News tonight is that some businesses are managing to record strong growth and profits. This is according to the president of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Tracy Shuffler, who says the challenge going forward will be to spur more instances of growth for businesses. She made the comment as the Chamber held its July business luncheon at the Hilton.
Timely and very practical discussions about business development in this country. We must face facts. Some of the businesses in our landscape are struggling badly. Some are even folding, as we are painfully aware. But amongst Barbadian businesses, there are some which are expanding and thriving and seeing double-digit growth coupled with bottom-line strength. How do we share the fundamentals of these successes? And more importantly, how do we seek to replicate some of the results in these businesses across industries to help drive this economy forward?
The president has also observed that some of the chronic challenges to small open economies are now very evident.
There are large and growing deficits, solvency and liquidity pressures, high and rising interest costs, and underperforming investments in both the public and private sectors. There is a concern that a significant level of the debt being incurred by both the private and public sectors in the Caribbean is not producing the right level of return. In fact, there is a growing evidence that some of the borrowing at a public level is more towards consumption and current expense management rather than for true investment aimed at producing growth and return for the future.
Sponsorship for the Cropover Festival by Banks Breweries has not fallen this year. This is according to the Chief Executive Officer of Banks Holdings Limited, Richard Cozier.
Our level of involvement with the festival itself has not waned over the years, but what has happened this year, it hasn't grown. In the past, it would have grown as we would try to bring in more partners or be affiliated with more events. This year, we had to be a bit more choosy in terms of the events by trying to keep what we consider the ones that are absolute must-haves, like the pick of the crop. That's a must-have for us.
Mr. Cozier says whether it is the National Cultural Foundation, the bands, tents, or other stakeholders in the festival, Banks has continued its long tradition of supporting Cropover, whether in cash or in kind.
From the official NCF type of sponsorships, we then still have to have relationships with bands and band owners and parties and vets and the other things that go around with that. So in some cases, we've had to limit the growth of that. But certainly the ones that we consider absolutely vital to the presence of Banks as the bearer of the festival, we've maintained those.